In short, I cannot really recommend getting their billions on full price unless you really enjoy grinding games and repetitive gameplay. The main appeal of the game comes in an ever-increasing difficulty of the survival mode and the challenges. I played the game a few years back and not much has changed. What got me to try again was the campaign, and I have never seen a more lazy approach to RTS Campaign than this. If you want to see the exact moment that broke me, skip to the most boring level chapter and see for yourselves. After experiencing a map where I only placed my units and then watched them shoot zombies for 15 minutes without me doing anything, I just stopped. However, if you want to hear more about the good aspects of the game as well as the bad ones more in depth, then stay a while and listen. Welcome, I'm Ian Balik, and let's take just a little deeper look into They Are Billions. When the game came out in early access in late 2017, early 2018, it was everywhere. The first of its kind, the revival of the real-time strategy genre due to the combination of RTS and tower defense mechanisms. And that's how I would define the game. It's not a survival game, nor a colony sim. It's a base-building RTS with tower defense elements. It is in essence a very well done game. Just survive the waves or survive 30 minutes levels that all RTS players know from Blizzard's Warcraft and Starcraft. This specific thing is done really well, but there is not much else. You start with a main building and a few units to guard it. You start clearing the closest areas from zombies, expanding your colony's reach and place more production buildings and a lot of houses. You have to combine offensive and defensive play, as all your units get experience per kill, and their veteran versions are much more stronger than the original unit. In terms of soldiers, the damage output more or less doubles, and snipers get even more range, which helps a lot with sieges. Clearing the map also helps you with larger periodical incoming waves, as those hordes can add zombies already present on the map to their numbers. If you kill the zombies in the path of the horde, you will have a bit smaller horde. The defensive part of the game is not only about the advertised hordes of zombies attacking you in specific intervals, you can always see how many days are left until the next one, but also about the minute-to-minute defense from solo or small groups of zombies roaming the area. If one of these zombies gets to a single house of yours, it can infect it. That causes the house to spawn more pretty fast zombies who will attack more houses, and this way your colony can die extremely quickly. I have to commend them on designing the game in such a way where you need to think about both aspects and not just slowly expand and turtling yourself inside your current colony. That's not the way to go. At least not on harder difficulties. The art style is nice, music is solid, unit sounds can get a bit annoying at times, but it's just something we all got used to in RTS games. Up to this point, everything sounds kind of alright. Why was the intro so negative then? Well, because this is it. There's nothing more. You have a few maps that change the way you need to approach the game a little bit, but it really doesn't change much. For me personally, it gets dull, but I also understand that there are people who want to make their builds perfect, and who are going to try to get the max difficulty and survive the most days possible. And they will be able to spend hundreds of hours here. However, I just cannot imagine myself doing this type of repetitive single-player action for more than a few days. And that's the big pro and a huge con of the game. It is fun for a day or two, but then it just gets stale. Frankly, I would recommend it if it had a really good campaign, because it has a campaign now that is supposed to take 40 plus hours, but it is just the most uninspiring, boring and repetitive campaign I've played in a long time. There are two types of missions. You have your standard RTS missions, which are almost the same as the normal survival mode, only you usually don't have a timer goal, but reach some amount of population goal, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. That is it for the majority of those. There are occasionally missions where you play more of a tower defense mission with possible micros, so you place units based on points you have and you try to survive the incoming roaming horde. It would be nice if it worked. Let me show you this example. I played this mission right when I got it unlocked. I didn't grind anything like that, I just played the game as a sensible person. I tried one strategy with units spread out, but it did not really work, so I pulled them all to the middle and waited. And waited. And waited. This was the longest 15 minutes I've experienced this year. Pure boredom. The second type are hero missions, which are a bit more like playing an isometric action RPG, but the movement is too fluid, you feel like you're going through mud. For an action RPG, it is still a real-time strategy in core. Every mission is you go to a bunker or some kind of building, you kill zombies, go through the building and gather research points and Imperium points. It is dull, boring, and should take you about 10 to 20 minutes for each run, but there just isn't any fun in it. The movement is slow, zombies are dumb, but also infinitely spawning from holes so you cannot clear the area. The worst part is trying to find all the items that you can. It is impossible to distinguish them, as sometimes you can open a barrel and sometimes you can't. There isn't a proper indicator besides a very fast and hardly visible flash. Once I got so fed up that I first scoured the whole map using the old trick from point-and-click adventures. You mouse over every pixel and pixel hunt anything clickable. Didn't work. I still had only like 150 out of 200 points. So I went online, found a guide, and went with the guide and item after item. Out of about 10 items in the guide, I did not have 3 clickable ones. They were there, they just were not clickable. And that's when I realized that I could not have gathered all the points, because the game did not spawn enough points, and I would probably have to go through the whole level once again on a fresh start. Well, just no way. To conclude this, I could recommend the game if the campaign was good, but every mission feels the same and the hero missions are boring. The meat and the bone is the survival mode, but I got tired of it pretty quickly. The current price is €29.99 USD or your regional equivalent. I think that if you can get it with 50% or higher discount, it might be worth it. You could probably spend about 10 to 20 hours in the game and have some fun, but I would rather recommend you go buy something of higher quality or quantity and quality for the same money. Want some building? Get Planet Zoo or Timberborn. Want some isometric fighting? Divinity series is fun, or go and try Path of Exile. It's for free and it's much better than the hero missions. Want an RTS? Well, the genre is kinda dead now. That's true. Well, I hope that this helped you decide whether to get There Are Billions or not. Have a great day and stay positive.